Hey everyone, this video's gonna be a little late, dude. Yesterday I knew she was coming out. I was just like, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna do it in the morning. I wake up at like 5 a.m. They're doing construction outside my window all the way until like 5 p.m. And then afterwards, I tried recording and my dogs were barking. And it's just like, and so yeah. Either way, probably could have done it without it, but it was whatever. Without all like waiting for the noise to go away and stuff like that. But either way, we have about 2 weeks on the banner. She is the first Superfest banner. Queen Emilia is here. We are given 40 free tickets. I went ahead and pooled once using gems. I was going to make it into a short if I got anything. And then it ended up being a dead multi. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm throwing this away. So I just deleted it off my phone as quick as I could. But yeah, this banner is slightly better than normal festival banners and also slightly worse. We'll get into that in a second. So we do have 3 featured like festivals. We have the witches on here, which that's pretty good. Yeah, so we'll take a look at the rates. The rates are going to be somewhat the same. So we have 10% for a 3-star. That is the same. It is going to be 5% for a character, 5% for a memory. That's exactly the same. Then we have the features. They're going to be 0.5%, which is way better than I believe the festival banners are 0.33s. So it's easier to get featured characters, as well as these are the witches. It's easier to get witch characters. I don't remember what the witch characters are. We'll take a look at the other rates in a second. But these are 0.1s, so it's a lot. No. I think it's 0.9 or like what is it? 0.09, I think. I remember it being like a small margin, but it is better to go for the witches here. Slightly better, but I mean, better is better. Then you have Emilia herself, which is a 0.15. That is drastically lower than a featured festival character, or like the main festival character. So on a main festival like Segments, on her banner, she would be, I think it was a point. Also like somewhere in the threes. We'll take a look real quick and compare. But it is harder to get Emilia than it is normally, so that is a big loss. Oh yeah, so it's a featured point. It went from a 0.333 to a 0.5. So featured, that's a W. For the actual main character, it went from a 0.3 to a 0.12. Is that what it was? I'm already forgetting. Either way, it's way less, so it's harder to get. Then you have the witches. I believe are the 0.09s. So yeah, it went up by like 0.1%. So it is slightly easier to get the witches, but again, the main character herself is a lot harder to get, and unfortunately this time around she is much harder to get when it comes to mercies. So the mercy system, the pity system, whatever you want to call it, has always been garbage in this game. I think it is laughable. Honestly, even with a 300, I'm going to be honest, that's laughable. If we take a look at Emilia's, normal festivals, it takes 500 rather than a standard 300. But with Emilia's, get ready for this. If I can find, there's a lot of characters. She takes 700. That's 70. Is that 70,000? 70,000 gems to do. You need in order to get a mercy. It's tough, man. It's just Jesus Christ. Fragments also go up. Normal is 3, and then I believe it's 5 for the festivals. So yeah, either way, she's just super expensive across the board. I can't even imagine like if the game even gets that far, like her getting a transcendence and how expensive that would be. Yeah, it's tough, man. Obviously, she's probably going to be one of the best units in the game. She might be. I don't know. I haven't taken a look at her skills yet. I got through like the basic stats in my previous recording, and then I had to stop because there's so much noise in the background. But yeah, we'll take a look at her stats. She does transform. I love the art. They did this little glowing effect for her. You kind of see this a lot in Dokkan. In Dokkan, it looks really trashy and cheap. Here, they actually used it pretty well, I would say, and she looks really amazing. I was kind of like not sure on the art at first because it's so busy, but she does look gorgeous. This is definitely an S tier art right here, easily, even without all the glowing effects and stuff. She's absolutely gorgeous here, and they give us Kind of like a Transcendence border, but I think it looks so much more pretty. This border is definitely like a banger. I think aesthetic wise she came out really great. So we're taking a look at her leader skill. She does have 60% defense for blue allies, really solid. Then she has bonus stats. It's going to be HP 10%, agility 10%, and defense 30%. Nothing crazy, but pretty solid improvements all around. Her stats are going to be before transformation: 23k HP, 1500 attack, 1700 defense, and 196 speed. She is very goated when it comes to stats. She's very kitted out. I think we'll go into the skills first, so then once we go transformation, we'll reread the stats. But as you can see, she's very powerful. Looking at her basic, this is again normal state. What do they call her transformation? Oh, they have the kanji for it. They don't have an actual translation. But yeah, I guess queen state. Crown, Glittering, and Ice and Snow EMILIA. I believe she's part of the Queen series. I think all of the candidates are going to have like a Queen version, so I'm just going to call her Queen EMILIA. Plus, it sounds pretty fucking sick, let's be honest. Then we have magic attack, one enemy, 500% power, recover your own HP by 100% of the damage dealt. That's the first time we've seen that. I believe every time we've seen recover damage dealt, it's always been percentages, so... yeah, she can recover 100% of the damage dealt, inflict freeze for 1 turn, grant yourself invincibility and protection for 1 turn. Insane basic, and she's not even transformed yet. Really solid work there. I think that that's as much as I've seen so far, but we'll have to get it further in. This will be the first time I'm reading the majority of the stuff. Skill 1, convert 5 of every enemy's buffs into debuffs. Okay. And inflict large attack reduction 3 turns with a 100% chance. Okay, so this one seems overpowered, but she also it doesn't specify that she ignores damage or percentages like a debuff chance or procs or resistance percentages. So it could be chance wise. I would give it the same 100% chance it has with the attack reduction, but maybe it's just guaranteed to hit. They don't even need to specify. Or it could be guaranteed to hit when she transforms. So we'll have to wait and see. But right now, that's pretty strong. Then she has the skill 2. Oh, I guess I should read the names. The skill 1, or actually we start with the basic. Basic is Ice Bullets. Skill 1, Bonds with Micro Spirits. And then skill 2, the one we're on, Ice Bullet Punishment. There's still 2 buffs from 1 enemy, including shield and reflection. Ignoring, yeah, okay, so they're specifying it here. Ignoring debuff chances and resistance, giving them to yourself. Inflict distraction for 1 turn, and then magic attack the enemy with 1000% power, multiplied by the number of blue allies. Inflict freeze for 1 turn on all enemies. So the skill itself is single target, but the very last part, the freeze, is AoE. Pretty solid. You're still in 2 buffs. You probably want to do that before you convert the buffs into debuffs. So, yeah, pretty nice. Then she has a passive. Take a look at that. This one's going to be the Silver-Haired Spirits Arts user. That's in a mouthful. This is a big passive, by the way. Get ready. Let me see how it looks in game, because I have the Discord over it. Yeah, it's a pretty big passive. When attacked, / when your HP drops below 50%, when an ally recovers HP, fill your... I guess your queen gauge. I'm just going to call it the queen gauge because that's her. They haven't translated it. It's just like the kanji state. So I would imagine it goes from normal state to queen state. So I'm just going to call it the queen gauge by a certain amount. Okay, so you have to heal in order to fill your gauge. Or you could just straight up drop below 50%. I don't know if the dropping below completely like fills it. But yeah, when you get attacked and heal, or when an ally heals, fill your queen gauge by a certain amount, permanently increase your defense by 50% by the number of blue allies at the start of battle. Oof. That gets countered by, I think, Ryan, who does it, but still, like, there's only like 1 counter in the game, and you have type advantage towards them, so always grant yourself immunity to seal. Oh, that's good. Okay, immediately. Damage over time, collapse, and attribute change. Okay, bangers. And blue allies immunity to freeze, distraction, and apply adaptation. Okay, that looks like something new. Adaptation, that might be the health bar thing that I was talking about in the live stream video that I showed her. When an ally gains a turn or when they are attacked, apply attribute change blue turn for 3 turns to them. When shifting to queen state, apply nothingness to all allies and enemies. Heal all allies by 100% HP. Revive all allies at 100% HP and gain a turn. Oh wow, so it's kind of like a field skill almost, because she applies nothingness, which I think is the one that counters her. It gets rid of all permanent stat increases from like passives and stuff like that, and so it's going to get rid of her own defense. But it might come back. Permanently increase your start of battle. No, it won't, because it's at the start of battle, unless applying it technically starts at the start of battle, or her queen state kit applies it again. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. She revives everyone, so that's pretty cool. She'd probably work really well with Felix. She's definitely going to be on teams on Grand Arena where your auto teams are just going to take forever because no one's dying. I think she's going to be strong enough to end the match, but it'd just be funny if like she would just continuously make the battle keep going over and over. So yeah, Queen State, these are her stats. She's got 40k from the 23k, 2600 from the 1500, 2700 from the 1700, and then the 196 turns into a 205. Pretty solid. Take a look at her new kit. Punishment by the Ice Queen. Magic attack one enemy with 1500 power, penetrating invincibility. Recover your own HP by 100% of the damage dealt. Inflict freeze for 1 turn. Grant yourself invincibility and protection. Okay, so you have a higher damage limiter or percentage, and you also penetrate invincibility. Pretty solid on top of what she already had. So yeah, that's a really good basic. Her skill 1, it is what a king does, right? Convert all enemies' buffs into debuffs and inflict a large attack reduction for 6 turns, freeze 1 turn, and a 100% chance all effects applied by this skill are guaranteed to hit. Yeah, there it is. They're specifying it. Yeah, so the freeze, inflict large attack for enemies, attack reduction. Okay, yeah, so you get the large attack reduction to everyone. You get freeze everyone. They all have debuffs. Oh my god, it's guaranteed to hit. That's the killer. That's the killer. All right, that's a skill and a half. That's tough. Everyone, lend me your strength. What is she doing? A spirit bomb? Steal all buffs from one enemy, including shield and reflection. Ignore debuff chances and resistances. Give them to yourself. Inflict seal and loss. So she inflicts seal for 1 turn, then magically attack the enemy with 5,000% power, multiplied by the number of blue allies. Inflict 2 turns of freeze on all enemies. Those defeated with the skill cannot be revived. Oh, okay. All right, when she puts someone down, she puts someone down. You love to see it. Then her passive, this one's a little shorter, so they might have combined some things. While your own HP is at 25% or higher, apply HP mutability. Oh yeah, there's some things that we don't know. So adaptation, I said that earlier. Not sure what that is in the passive. Now it turned into, or it can also apply. While immutability is now in the game. So apply HP immutability. That's probably the glowing health bars. Now that I think about it, it might be that and adaptation. One of the two. 2 blue allies, except yourself, permanently increase your defense by 100%. X the number of blue allies. Okay, that's good. Always grant yourself immunity to seal, damage over time, collapse, and all allies. Immunity to attribute change, freeze, distraction. Okay, they changed that. It used to be only blue allies. That's good though. Attribute change, freeze, distraction, and apply adaptation at the end of an ally's turn. For blue allies, permanently increase their attack and agility by 10% and reduce their skill cooldown by 2 turns. She's probably gonna work really good with Festival Swimsuit Emilia. I wish I could get this unit. Like, it's. I'm not gonna touch this unit in like ever. I think the game's gonna finish, and I'm not gonna have this unit in my box unless I get her for tickets, because there's no way in hell I am pulling her. No. Yeah, she would work really cool. If you do, I feel like this unit is like insane rare. Like, this is like LR levels of rare, like beginning LR, like when they were first introduced into Dokkan. If you were there, like early LRs. So if you get her, consider it an honor. I'm gonna wait for the 40 tickets. I'm just gonna wait until I have them all. Then I'm gonna go ahead and make a small video, I guess, out of it, just like a really quick video. So yeah, no pools here, but yeah, she's insane. She's probably the best unit in the game, I think, especially transformed. I would have to take a look at other units, but the things that she does, especially with adaptation and immutability, we don't even know what those do. So we would have to see, because I don't think it was translated. Usually they translate new stuff like right under the unit, but they didn't do that this time in the Discord. So yeah, I don't know what they do. So it's interesting. I'll probably do a video too, a small little video on how to get all the tickets. But if you want to know just real quick, just play the new event and then log in. I think there might be like other ways, but those are like the main ways. As well as we got 10 free ones from our retweet campaign, like almost immediately. Like we had that 3,000 retweets and like so quick, so that was really sick. Make sure to keep on tab on Twitter too, because they like giving out units. I think if you ever win, they just ask for your player ID and they'll just like give you the unit in game. So you don't even have to be in Japan. But yeah, just keep an eye on their Twitter. And that's going to do it for the video. Good luck on your pools. If you pooled her, you are blessed by God. Go buy a lottery ticket. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.